Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the snake pit. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Maryland Terrapins offense takes the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Terrapins are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. On target over the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout.
Oh, he smacked that down. They cheated. Oh, my God.
Come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will take the field for the first time. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. In that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights, like the rival.
Ball's out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back in.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
With jet sweep pass. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Slings it downfield. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll go to the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Handoff from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
That's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide out in motion. Here comes the option. The pitch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. At the 20, he's got space. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Working that left side now. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off play action on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Here comes the hurry up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They want to just keep throwing it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play call, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Sims. He's got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll run the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Whoa, what a grab by the defense. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Third down play from the gun. Makes the grab. It's Tucker. He's out.
No way they made that first down. Hell.
Picking up enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone.
Boy, that one got them.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field.
If they don't challenge that, bro, come on, bro.
The bread basket. Nice play. Nice pitch and catch.
Did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing.
They really gave that nigga that touchdown, bro. That is so cheese.
That is the definition of an explosive play.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5.
Niggas is so cheese, bro.
Executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
They just sat up there and bullshitted me.
The offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Still on his feet at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent.
Afterburners coming. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes, back able to make a cut, first down.
Quick toss. All kinds of running room. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. On the option. He'll toss it. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Catch in the middle. It's weird. And the
Yeah, what in the fuck am I watching?
Comes out throwing on first down. He lost one down the sideline.
That was gonna be a big.
Plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That was gonna be a big.
Inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here, too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now
got a lot of running room. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Penn State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Terrapins will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line is telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Sims. And he... Hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Here on 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Caught in the backfield, it's McLeod. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for room at the 30. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Lowers those pads. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up, you create momentum juice, it could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. It's complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught in the backfield. It's weird. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He's right on target.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The Terrapins line it up with a 1st and goal. Running back goes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Maryland! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ballgame and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. OU, oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped.
And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're getting this guy lathered up. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Got it on the outside. It's Stanton. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. He breaks the tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson and Saquon Barkley and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. He'll off one deep down the left side. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got it set up on the outside. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Hit as he throws. It's caught downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Moving away from pressure. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Sims. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Dances away from the heat. He wants it all. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
On first down from their own 22. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Coming after. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Motion from the offense. Scanning the field, it's Sims. Using his feet to buy time. On the move, he fires. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. This is a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He's got it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.